I'm getting ready to go get my first retie and I'm excited. We're gonna see how long it takes. Install was 2 days, as you already know, so we're gonna see how the retie falls in comparison. I'm going to get a wash and then a retowel, and I don't know if I'll let them style it because I kind of just like wearing it out. I keep touching it, sorry. I like wearing it out, so we'll see. But yeah, it's my first retie. I'm excited. It's been a month. The 28th of last week made 1 month. And today makes however many weeks. I don't know. But I am excited, and I do see a subtle difference. Again, you guys know that the main thing I was worried about is it looking too thin, and it still looks a little thin, I won't lie. Like, the first thing everyone says is they're so small. But I'm trusting the process, and I believe that they are going to grow and fill out and become thicker. And I think another thing that may be slowing down my process is the length of my hair. Again, I have no scientific proof to prove this, but just looking at women who make it to their 1 month mark, when their hair is shorter, like when they start with shorter length hair, it kind of thickens up a little bit quicker, whereas mine is still pretty thin and it has a long way to go. But when you look at, like, I have a short strand somewhere here. Here we go. So I have a short strand here, and if you can see, this one has thickened up, right? So I do believe that it will thicken up, but you have to remember that the entire length of the braid has to lock up, so that might take me some time. So 1 month, I'm not quite there, but I'm not mad at it. I see some improvement, and yeah, so we're gonna retie it, see how it looks, and then go from there. I will see you guys when I get to the spot. Bye. Hey guys, so this is the day after my retie, and I am loving it. Now, I feel, me personally, like after I got my hair washed, it completely transformed the look. Like, it doesn't look as skinny, as stringy as it did before. It's more fuller. I don't know if the water helped with that, but yeah, it's definitely a lot more fuller. It looks a lot better to me, in my opinion. You do see a little density, but that's okay. It did shrink a little bit, but I don't mind that because it does give it more volume, in my opinion. And yeah, so details about my retie. So my first retie took about 3 hours. That included a wash and then like maybe 10 minutes under the dryer. And then went straight to retightening my locks. And yeah, so it took her about 3 hours for everything. I got there at 4 on the dot. We started like around 4:05, maybe even 4:10, and she washed it. She did 3 cycles for the wash. It felt so good. Oh my gosh, when she was like, my scalp, whew, it felt so good. For me personally, no matter whenever I get my hair done, at least as an adult, my favorite part is when they are washing my scalp, like just massaging it. It feels so good, y'all. So she did 3 rounds of that. I don't know if she used conditioner, but she definitely used a shampoo that targets dandruff. So that helped. And then, like I said, I sat on the dryer for 10 minutes. And then we started to retighten. She started with the front, which went by pretty quickly, and then she worked on the back, which took a little bit more time. But yeah, I was out of there by 7. So that was the good part. So now I know I was at the 5.5 week mark, so it was between 5 and 6 weeks. So my next retie, I think, will be in 6 weeks. The next two will be in 6 weeks. And we'll see how it goes from there. But I love the neatness of it. I don't know if you guys can see, it looks better. You see my edges, they're holding on. These 3 little locks are definitely holding on, so she did her thing. One thing my loctician kept telling me is that mostly people, their locks untwist or unravel around the perimeter and in the back, but I think because of my texture of hair, that's like kind of helping me. And then also the fact that my hair, like I said, was a little bit longer, so it didn't unravel. Like even when she washed it, she and I were both surprised that it didn't unravel at all. So yeah, going forward, I will be booking my appointments in advance. So I booked for November and December, and then I don't go for January, and then I'll resume in February. But none of my locks unlocked except for the ones on this side with my struggle edges. But that was expected. I didn't even tell her to try again because it's just not enough hair there. So hopefully it grows in by next year a little bit to like this length, and then I could, you know, have her locked up this side. Yeah, I'm just really loving it. I will be 6 weeks hit Sunday, and yeah, I don't regret it. I do wish I started it earlier, but everything happens at the right time. But when I tell y'all, like, I've just been getting up and going, I love that part for me. And I'm gonna play around with styles now because it's not as stringy as it was when I first had them installed. So I'm satisfied. Like, I am satisfied. Now, I will say this, my locks are definitely smaller, I think, than I intended, because they're not gonna, I wanted them to be thicker, but she said they probably won't get thicker, they'll just fill out more. But I'm kind of excited. You know what I mean? Like, I like it. Like, now that it's looking a little bit fuller, and I just wanted to get to the point where it's like not as dense. So you see all this light coming through right now? I don't want that. I want it to be like dark and full. So that's what I'm waiting for. I hope that makes sense. But the size, I'm kind of satisfied with at this point because I feel like it looks good, especially once it's completely locked up. I think it will look great. So I'm happy with the size right now. And again, I told you one of the main reasons why I got the Microlocs instead of the 6 Deluxe is in the event that I think it's too small and I want to combine them. But for right now, I'm loving this size. I'm happy with this size that she gave me. So yeah, is there anything else I feel like you guys need to know? For me, I didn't experience, like, I had a lot of dandruff, but I don't think I experienced dry scalp as much. Like, my scalp wasn't very itchy. The only time it really like irritated me a little bit was when I had it in the 2 braids when I first got them installed. But outside of that, it's been pretty good. When I let my hair breathe, I've been working out, and again, no issue. So I'm doing pretty good so far. Again, she told me to wait or hold off on the washes, at least for the first 3 months. And honestly, like, I have no problem with that. She showed me the braid and band method for wind washing, but I'll just go to her for the next 3 months to have her wash it because I'm lazy. Yeah, so I might as well do it all in one service. It's included in the service. The only thing is, if I get to a point where I do want them to style it, I'll just have to add on an extra half an hour for the styling. But I think until my hair gets a little bit thicker, I don't even care to style them right now. So that's okay. But yeah, anything else? Washing it. Oh, let's talk about retying yourself. So honestly, I've contemplated doing it. But right now I do a 3-hour retie, and I think it's like $195. Because I do it at 6 weeks. Yeah, I do a 6 weeks retie, so that's 3 hours. It comes to 185, 195, somewhere around there. And I mean, I could say I want to save that money, but in all honesty, that's a regular appointment. Like every 6 weeks, to me personally, every 6 weeks spending 195 on your hair is not that bad, because when you do the math, it turns out to be $32 a week. Yeah, so I don't mind that. That's $32 a week. That will go towards anything. Like if I got washing sets, it would be the equivalent, like keeping up with my regular hair. So I don't mind doing that. Going to them, because honestly, I want my parts to remain crisp as they can be. And I can't see the back of my head. I don't have the patience. Like, I watch videos on YouTube and the girls say it takes them literally hours, some take days for them to retie their hair. And yeah, I don't have that patience just right now. I have too much going on, so I rather pay that $195 every 6 weeks and call it a day. I love the lady who retires my hair. She's amazing. So for right now, I'm good. And like, I have access to their schedule, which I'm happy with, because a lot of places in New York aren't taking new clients. So that's another thing that you have to keep in mind. The one thing is that the salon that I go to, she did say that she would plug me with someone in Brooklyn. So maybe the next time I'll go, I'll ask, just so I have a backup. But for right now, I do like the current location that I'm going to. So yeah, there's that. I think that's pretty much it. Like, I love my vlogs. I love my mini vlogs. I'm happy I went with it. Still excited for this journey, because this is just the beginning. I see a difference, so it kind of boosted me to be excited for like what the next month holds. I think I told you guys I was excited to make it in 1 month. Now that I did, I'm happy. And literally, once it was washed and I seen it, I was like, I love this. Like, it just rejuvenated it. It just gave it more life. So I'm definitely enjoying that aspect of it. So we'll see what month 2 looks like, and month 3, and so on and so forth, because you really do have to trust the journey. Like, at first I was like, it's so tiny. That was like the question everyone was asking. Why are they so small? I've never seen them that small. And I'm like, they'll fill out, and they are. So the only thing I pretty much owe you guys at this point is a lock count, but I'm gonna wait for a little bit before I actually do that. I'm just gonna enjoy having them, and then once they fill out, maybe I'll think about counting them, but I am in no rush just yet. And I think the main reason is because I think I have more than I intended to have. I think I told you guys my goal was like 300, no more than 350. And I'm afraid that I have more. But then again, I might not. We'll just have to wait until I actually decide to do a lock count. But yeah, I'm happy. I am happy. And that's how we're gonna end this video. She is happy with her decision to get Microlocs, interlocked Microlocs. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.